the number of ranks is not in conflict with the size of the hall. It is, of course, very much how you deal with the voicing of each individual stop, the scaling of each register, each rank, and then, of course, how each rank is voiced. So I imagine that this will be a wonderful chamber music instrument. It will, of course, also have a great foundation, but not necessarily loud. Perhaps one on each continent? Why not? I think, you know, we are striving for really making a step in organ aesthetics with this project. Time will judge if we will manage to do this. I think that craftsman-wise, we are now able to make a step into the future, to something a little bit unknown. But this organ will also, you will also be able to play the music of the Baroque era. And for the organ builder Gerhard Wöhl, the organ music by Johann Sebastian Bach is essential. And it is essential to any organist. I mean, it's the richest literature by any single composer that we have. So you must, he said very early, you must be able to perform this music with the highest standards and with the highest demands on sound and touch. I think what we are having here is not a project of a compromise organ, but I would like to use another expression which is also not unproblematic. It's the universal organ. This was, of course, a label which had its problems because universal and compromise was seen as the same thing, basically. But here you should be able to play the music of the Baroque era, the Romantic music, with perhaps a little bit leaning towards the French Romantic style rather than the German Romantic style, and a contemporary style. But it also has components of the theater organ, such as percussion, celesta, tubular bells, bass drum, tam-tam, etc., etc. It's one instrument, but this instrument has many phases. And this is what makes it really, really exciting. Stylistically, it has a very, very wide spectrum. Apart from the normal thing that you would expect to find in any organ, we have the disposition where anyone that has looked at advanced organ dispositions will feel at home. It's basically what you would expect, more or less. But it has some special features, for example, overblowing harmonics in the swell. And it also contains, apart from percussion, it contains also a harmonic division. The harmonics division is that I think it is 58 ranks on when you play with all the harmonics pulled, or all the harmonics available, you play the low C, you actually have the whole harmonic spectrum. So you have actually the natural sound emphasized through the different upper partials. We are hoping that this organ will be able to, in any case, build a bridge between the normal sounds of an organ and electronic sounds. This might be the beginning of a new era, yes. There's so much energy being put into this project that it needs to support the ideas of a new era. Organ music must be fun. Organ music and the building process, I mean, it's so sensual. It is, if you want, it's erotic. It's sensual, it has all the details. I mean, just the smell of wood or leather. I mean, it's highly exciting, I think.